Now, welcome to the weekly recap here at Happy Doggo Land. As you can see, I've got a little puppy with me. This guy just arrived in this morning, just as we were about to film the weekly recap. He was found by a lovely couple that we know. There was 2 dogs dumped in the middle of the street in a tiny little box. They were able to rehome one of the dogs, but this little fellow here had nowhere to go. He's only about 3.5, 4 weeks old. They called him Mango, and he is the newest resident here, so we're going to try and help him find a home. You can see he can barely even open his eyes. He was out in the monsoon weather, which we've had this week, would you believe? Not a place for a puppy of this size to survive. He wouldn't have lasted more than an hour or 2 out in this weather. But I'm going to tell you about him and some of the other wonderful dogs who are here this week, including a wonderful new arrival called Pedro, who is in a bad old shape. He looks a little bit like Tina when I first found her, but we're going to introduce you to him and tell you all about everything that happened this week at Happy Doggo Land. Isn't that right, Mango? Now, not every story at Happy Doggo has a happy ending, but we try and make them as positive as we possibly can. I picked up little Amalfi on Sunday. She was in a bad state, very, very sick. She was so sick she was nearly yellow, actually. Well, she was yellow. She wasn't nearly yellow, she was yellow. And I thought she was going to die on the way back to the vets. I had to keep sort of giving her a little nudge to make sure she was alive, but she somehow made it. And then we got her through the vets, and then she got to Sybil's. She survived the night there, and we were getting her hopes up, but then she passed. We just tried everything, oxygen tank, special vets, everything, but she didn't make it. We just found her too late. So massive emotional roller coaster losing a dog like that, but we did do a lovely treat day in her honor. Somebody sent $50 and they were like, can you do something nice for yourselves? And we did a lovely treat day for the dogs, all in Amalfi's name. So bit of an emotional start to the week, but we gave her dignity and a little place to rest forever, a name and all those things. Still makes it hard when you lose a dog, but it was a good, as good as we could do for Amalfi. Now, one thing that'll massively help us is if you hit the subscribe button down below. We are out here helping the dogs, and the more people that hit the subscribe button, the more dogs we can help. Everybody's a winner. Another rescue this week is Pedro. He is in a terrible, terrible state. Really bad fungal infection, his skin. He reminds me, he looks very, very like Tina, and he looks also, doesn't look like, but he has the same sort of condition as Anthony Hopkins did when he first came in. You learn to see all these things, but he also has quite a few cuts and bruises and lumps, and he's a little bit aggressive. He's not aggressive, sorry, he's scared and he's lashing out. He nearly bit me twice trying to catch him, but we're going to let him decompress, and he's going to have a bright future here. He's a really, really great dog, and we're going to fix him up. So Pedro is a new arrival. One thing at Hope Avenue, it's all about giving dogs as much hope as possible, and one dog that we've been able to give lots of hope to this week is little Paddy. Paddy is a much older dog. He had a sore heart, a sort of heart disease, so we had to wait a while for his operations, but we took him in this week and he got 7 tumours cut out of him, and his legs have been patched up and he's ready to go again. He waddles down this road and he's got a new lease of life because those painful tumours are all gone. It was expensive. It was nearly $700–800 to get that operation done, but game changer for Paddy, and he walks up and down Hope Avenue with hope again. Now, Matilda has been back for a week now, and God, her injuries are so bad. When you think about what she has, I've been talking to some people who've got humans who've injured their legs, but she's got a broken pelvis, she's got a broken ankle, her patella, which I think is her kneecap, has been dislocated, she's got an ACL, which is her knee. Like, everything that could be wrong with her legs is wrong, but she went to the big hospital, she had operations, and what was amazing this week is she took her first steps. She's been back a week. We do exercises with her every day to build up the strength that Sybil taught us, and there goes Bowie for a walk with Pan Friday afternoon here. So little Matilda is taking her first steps. Like, she got hit by a truck and left for dead, but she's back walking again. Well, walking is an exaggeration, but oh, she's literally just popped into shot behind me as she comes around the corner. She's trying to teach herself to walk. She can pee again, which is just miraculous. So I love that. Love to see Matilda back building her life up again from scratch. A lot of people ask me why Thailand, and it's because I love the culture and I love the things that happen here and the uniqueness of the place. And one of those things was a festival called Loy Krathong, which happened last week. And the Thai staff basically make like little offerings that they float out into the water that help cleanse away all the bad stuff. And it's all about a new start. But we actually did it for the dogs as well. So we made lovely little krathongs, which are the things that float away. And all the dogs had a wonderful treat. But it was really, I love seeing new festivals. There's so many see holidays and festivals here that I would never have heard of. You know, most of us wouldn't have heard of wherever we live. So experiencing new parts of the culture with the Thai staff has been phenomenal. Now, one very, very exciting part that we have this week is the whole Happy Doggo team are here. So from around the world, the likes of Megan, who's editing this video, and Lindsay, who's been helping me for a couple of years behind the scenes, are all here making everything better. We're having a bit of a planning session for next year. We're talking about our goals. We're trying to see how we can save more dogs around the world. And we work remotely most of the time. But now, along with our Thai staff, we're all able to come together and collaborate and teach each other about what we do, really, because, you know, the people in Thailand don't necessarily know what everybody does online, and vice versa. It's very hard to grasp how hard it is with the dogs here on the ground in the rain as we have at the moment. We didn't time the visit very well because there's a lot of rain, but it's lovely having the full team here and being able to brainstorm about how we can help so many more dogs. Trying to figure out what to do with the team was very easy because all they wanted to do, like everybody, is see the dogs. They're obviously all dog lovers. So took them all to the beach. 5 dogs there. Who was there? The little ones, as we call them. Faith and Phoenix. We had Butterscotch. We had Leo, who's absolutely flying up and down the beach on 3 legs, and the other one was, I forget, but there was 5 dogs there, and we had a wonderful day out with the staff. It's a lot of stress, the dogs, I'm not going to lie. There's so many ups and downs, so when you do those things like go to the beach and see everybody smiling, especially the dogs, it makes it all worthwhile. Okay. There was drama this week. We got the truck stuck up in the mountains. We're up there. I'd actually, as I was bringing little Amalfi back to the vets, I spotted a mom up in the mountains who'd been dumped, and I originally thought she might have her puppies with her, so we were all up there in this truck looking for the puppies in the mountains, and we spent about an hour up there, 8 of us. Couldn't find the puppies, but we've got mom on the feeding route now, so what we figured out is we think she might have been dumped without the puppies is what we're now working on. But the truck behind us, very funny, Jam was driving, and we reversed up onto a sort of a ledge and completely got stuck, so we had to get pulled out by a bunch of lovely Thai people going past. It's not the first time I've been stuck in a truck around here. Happens quite a lot, and the locals are always super friendly and helping us out. Now, if you remember last week, Young Dom was the dog that we groomed. Well, we spotted a dog that needed help desperately there when we were with him last week, and we didn't have time because the vets wasn't available. But this guy's got a broken leg, the femur's been detached, and he needed an x-ray. So we took him in for an x-ray, and we now have a treatment plan from him. It's going to be another expensive operation, but it's yet more people that we have in the community working with us now. And it's great because we now nearly have too many people contacting us about their dogs. We're struggling to keep up, which is always the place we want it to be. We want to be the first place that people can reach out and get help for. Can't help all the dogs, but we can help this boy get back on his feet. That's it for the weekly recap. Matilda has made her way all the way over here. She was walking about 3 meters earlier in the week. I think she's up to about 10 meters now. I don't know why she chooses to, but she's always on the gravel trying to walk. But we have to sort of rein in her excitement because she does need rest. She's got a lot of rebuilding to do, but it's been a good week at Happy Doggo. I mean, I say a good week. We've lost a little puppy. We've had lots of ups and downs. We've had the mother in the mountains. We've had injuries, we've big bills. We've had lots of rain, lots and lots of rain. But you know what? More dogs are alive than if we hadn't been doing this, and more dogs are having a good life. So from the weekly update, I hope that gives you a good insight into what happens here. If you like the video, subscribe always helps. Have a wonderful week.